And still a close game as the first quarter comes to a close. Knicks lead by 2. Let's take a quick break now, and then it's on to the second quarter after this. So far, it's been a closely contested game as we get the second quarter up and going. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Knicks?
Just the start they wanted to this game. Solid offense. They got good ball movement. Established a nice rhythm.
Yeah, not stagnant at all. Free-flowing and fluid at the offensive end.
Washington with the ball, trailing by 2, and New York looking at who they've got. Anthony and Stoudemire make up the forwards. Larkin out there with Pablo Prigioni, and it's Bargnani in at the 5 spot. Pierce misses from short range.
Not too much congestion in the lane. I think he could have gotten a better shot that time, no question.
Paul Pierce, at one time a franchise talent, an elite two-way player, now a self-prescribed role player. He's a heck of a good one, too. A great scorer, can shoot, drive, and get to the line.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Well, guys, money in the last outing against the 76ers was a big factor. He finished with 8 points, and in addition to his scoring, he also came away with a season high for rebounds. His outing ensured that his team would keep their hot streak going. An important factor indeed, guys.
All right, Doris. Well, guys, coming off a performance like that has got to have him supremely confident right now.
Well, that never seems to be a problem for him, but you're right, Kevin. He has to be feeling at the top of his game right now.
Well, when you play well, it feeds confidence. And when you prepare to play well and it works out that way, it does add another level of confidence to your next game.
He misses the free throw. And Paul Pierce has always loved those elbows.
Yeah, and he's such a good ball handler and so crafty in getting to his spots and able to put the defense on its heels. Not overly athletic. You think about Paul Pierce, he's never one to overwhelm you with athleticism, but man, can he play some basketball.
Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Calderon kicks to Stoudemire. Rebound, Washington. The last time these two clubs came together was also in this building, with an unfortunate ending for the home team.
Well, Clark, they really shot terribly from downtown in that one and eventually paid the price for it.
They sure did. I mean, sometimes you can make up for poor three-point shooting with a strong inside game, but theirs wasn't quite strong enough.
The Knicks leading by 4. Now here's Calderon. Stoudemire, the pass to Carmelo. Stoudemire kicks to Anthony. 6 to shoot. New York needs to get off a shot. Calderon has the open look. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Wall dishes to Henderson. Back to Wall. Gortat wide open. He fired. The baseline jumper goes down.
And they have to mix it up defensively. That was just too easy.
The Knicks have gone 3 of 4 from the floor here in the second quarter. Wall against Calderon. In the corner, Hardaway with it. Connects from three-point range. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Kevin Serafin is checked in for Washington. And here are the top free throw shooting teams this month. You don't want to put these guys in the line too often. Number 1, the Knicks.
Now, they've had a lot of success from the free throw line, so I would look for them to continue to attack the rim.
Beal against Hardaway. It's stolen by Anthony. Elbow shot is on the way. They get it back. Calderon passes to Smith. Poked loose. Gortat with the steal. Seraphin inside, working on Smith. And Seraphin throws it down.
You know, he may not have the elevation or the hop. He doesn't need it, though. The big fella throwing it down anyway.
He usually does save the high flying for the little guys. Clark, you're right.
Yeah, well, sometimes it looks like he's pinned to the ground, but when he gets positioned like that, I mean, he can put it down.
Here's Calderon. After the basket by Washington. Back to Anthony. 4 on the shot clock. Top of the key jumper, no good.
You just assume he's going to knock those down when he's as open as he was there.
Seraphin kicks to Beal. Pass to Wall. Shoots the 3. Good on that shot. With that, the Knick lead is cut down to just 2 points with the bucket from Beal.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Washington making some changes. Nene comes in for Gortat. And it's Webster in for Paul Pierce. And New York with a change here, too. Early's checked in. The Knicks have gone 4 of 7 from the field in this second quarter so far. Wall against Calderon. The pass to Hardaway. Here's Early. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Anthony. And the Knicks miss again. Washington trailing. There's 1:38 left to play here in the half. They set the pick. And Wall. Here we go now. And that misses. That would have put him up.
Boy, that's a surprising miss right there. He usually feasts on those wide open opportunities.
Martell Webster in the second season of a 4-year deal. He signed with the Wizards. He's a really good combo player. He can shoot and he can defend. And with that size on the wing, he becomes a valuable asset to any team. And they forced the miss with that good defensive rotation. They're playing well together as a unit.
Nene setting the pick for Beal. Pass to Wall. And out of bounds as the Knicks gain possession.
Boy, just a brain cramp, guys. I mean, that should have been the simplest of exchanges.
Washington making some changes. Chris Humphries has checked in for Kevin Seraphin. And Andre Miller has subbed in for John Wall. And a new group in for the Knicks. Bargnani has checked in for Smith. Outlaw comes in for Carmelo Anthony. Pablo Prigioni, he's checked in for Hardaway. And Shane Larkin subbed in for Jose Calderon. Here is Outlaw, covered by Humphries. Bargnani against Nene. Prigioni for 3, and he gets it to go. Prigioni's got 5 points now this quarter.
The defender there in the neighborhood, but not quite close enough. Good shot.
Miller kicks to Webster. Stolen.
And no need to rush it. They can play for one shot.
And I think they should wait till about the 5-second mark to go for it.
Here's Larkin. Dishes it to Prigioni. Kicks to Bargnani. 4 seconds left. Can't get it to go.
Really high-quality shot there. Just a little off with his release.
That miss right there will definitely leave him shaking his head.
Second quarter ends in a tight one. New York ahead. They lead by 5. And a chance now to send you over to Doris Burke, standing by on the sideline. Doris?
Well, Carmelo, some great help off the bench during this first half. What does their contribution mean to this team?
Well, I mean, we always believe that we have one of the better benches in the NBA, and when they come to play like we're playing so far, you know, it makes it a tough game, it makes it a tough team to beat, and, you know, just hoping we can keep that up.
It certainly takes some pressures off the starters. Melo, thanks for the time. Guys?
Thank you so much, Doris. Great interview as always. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be back with the second half of basketball shortly.
Hey guys, some keys to talk about from what I've seen so far. This is a tight ball game, but remember, this is our house. I'll start with what's been a solid offensive effort for us. We're shooting the ball well because we're not trying to do too much. If the shot hasn't been there, you guys haven't forced it. Good work. We were able to make an impact with our low post offense. Let's continue to exploit those good mismatches in the paint. And in the third and fourth quarters, guys, don't let our commitment to rebounding slow down our transition game. Let's still be quick to get out on the break. We know we can take their best punches and hang with them. Now it's time to hit them with everything we got and see how they handle it.
Back for the second half of basketball. You have to like what we're seeing from Carmelo Anthony.
Well, in terms of his points in the first half, I mean, that's pretty much what we've come to expect out of him.
Yeah, that's an open book on all you need to know about what talent he has. I'll bet he adds a lot more to that tally in the second half.
Henderson, he's in at shooting guard. Nene down low with Gortat. Ball out there with Pierce. That's Randy Whitman's 5 as we get into the second half.
That was an outstanding pick that gave him the room to bury the jump shot. Underrated, but not undervalued.
Here's Calderon, following the basket by John Wall. Calderon dishes to Smith. He feeds it to Hardaway. 5 on the clock, and that one's good, Anthony.
Superb assist there. He played the role of the maestro on that one.
Wizards trail by 5. Wall gets a screen from Henderson. And again, it's John Wall. Wall's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, he wasn't fazed at all by the bigger man on him, and on the low block, I thought he might be.
You know, Steve, I thought maybe he'd prefer to bring him out to the perimeter, but whatever works, go to it.
Now here's Calderon, averaging 10 points per contest. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How did he get that to go?
Even after the whistle, I liked the awareness, the alertness, and the presence of mind to finish the play.
Marcin Gortat, the Polish hammer. Steve, you like him, I know, the 57th pick back in 2005.
He's just a quality starting center in the NBA. 6'11", center, can score and defend. Really a good pickup for Washington.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, with teams selling for billions and a new TV deal on the way, NBA business is certainly booming. With some big players signing huge contracts, that'll increase as the growing revenue raises the salary cap. Guys, one executive said, quote, players who got paid the max this year are going to be bargains on the back end of their deal. Back to you.
Teams are planning ahead, Doris. Thanks. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
And Gortat got his rebounding back up last season. A consistent double-double guy in the middle, and he turned 30 last season. Still very much in the prime of his career.
And it's tied up with that one.
And Gortat